Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. The wrong list of houses of GMS is in a sincere Shalom to the brothers out there pushing the truth and sincerity. And I want to pretty much get into the topic about the hypocrites, whether that be in GMS or any other camp, the ones that anybody that's professing the name of the Lord or doing the work of it at least, of him doing the work of him at least. Because you got a lot of hypocrites out here that are just plain niggas. And it's not to say that hell somebody of the elect can be a hypocrite. Technically, we all hypocrite ourselves. But you got a lot of guys that likes to fully hypocrite themselves into basically anything that could probably befit them, and that's not supposed to happen. Because I mean, for example, you got guys out here that just want to be saying that they out here for Yahweh Shah, but then you but then you see how they act, the way they go about their business, and they're really out there for men. They're really out there to be seen. They ain't out there for Yahweh Shah's attention. They ain't out there to fully enjoy doing the Lord's work. Because the whole point of being out there doing the work, that you're fully doing it you're doing it to fully enjoy doing what the Lord tells you to do. Even though we may not want to go out there and really do it, but once you're in the spirit, you really enjoy doing it. But you have guys that just want to go out there and be like, yeah, let's go ahead and go out there and get some more people we can rally. And try getting more people, watch the videos and get more views and some more shit. And it should never be like that. But the entire time, these are the same guys that turn around and talk shit about amongst other brothers. They sneak into the camps, sit in for a couple months, a year or two, then they leave, and then next you know they talking shit. They talking shit about everybody. Those are those hypocritical niggas that you don't want to deal with, because you can see that the entire time they're phony. They was phony the entire time. Now you really can't trust anything they say. Cause now they nothing but phonies. So I'm gonna actually get this first scripture right here. Actually, this goes into it. Actually, this is 1 John 4:20, and it says, "If a man say, I love Yahweh, and hateth his brother, he is a liar." And that's exactly the case with these guys. Is because they hate their brothers. They want to claim that, yeah, we're doing this for Yahweh Shah. We love doing the work, but the whole time y'all talking shit on your brother, the same brothers that was out there helping you. That makes you a liar. That means all that smooth words that you was trying to get over with, we see past it now. It makes you're a liar now. You're a great big phony. And I mean, it's just funny at this point because that's a lot of guys out here. Say one thing, that you know they behind someone else back saying some other shit. So I'm gonna keep reading. And it says, "For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love Yahweh whom he have not seen?" And that's a very good point in itself. That's a very good point in itself. Because how you going? Because you see this brother every time, even going to camp every time. But yet you're quick to talk shit on him behind his back, or maybe in his face. Try to throw some quick slurs in there that he may not notice. But what more can you say about Yahweh Shah that you haven't seen, that you don't even know it about? Here you are, have a brother that you actually do know something about. What do you know about Yahweh Shah though? You haven't met him in person. So how can you say that you love the Lord and His work, and you over here hating your brother, the same brother doing the work with you. See, that's the problem with you hypocrites. There's a lot of you running around. A lot of hypocrites that don't own up to themselves or their responsibility, and that's a lot. That tells a lot about your character. Because 9 times out of 10, you have no character. Your character is sneaking, conniving, and devilish. Sneaking, conniving, and devilish, and that's the problem with you guys. So there we go. So I got another scripture right here. It says, "Thou hypocrite." So like this is Matthew 7:5. It says, "Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thy own eye, and then thou shalt see clearly to cast out the mote out of my brother's eye." So you gotta get rid of that whatever you have against that brother, whatever carnality, some jealous thing you have that you have against him. Because 9 times out of 10, that brother ain't doing nothing wrong to you, unless you're the one who antagonized it in the first place, which in general case caused it. But you are over here antagonizing a brother for something that he made that he went off on that was probably very minor, or that you don't like that he's a higher rank, or he's doing something more than you do. Anything stupid enough to make you upset or jealous about something stupid to make you a hypocrite. And that's that jealousy. That's a jealousy demon right there, and that's what a lot of you guys have. You have jealousy demons on you because you're so caught up in what you want. But what about what the Lord says? What about the things that you have to do that's correct? What about, instead of me being angry about the brother, maybe I should be thinking, hey, this brother really deserves something because he's actually doing the work with me. Maybe he needs a way to be God if he did something wrong, or let me get this brother something. Talk to the brother. Maybe I can find something I like about him. You got guys that'll come into this thing and already hate somebody for no apparent reason. But the guy done nothing wrong to you. Just because you even see his presence, you don't like him already. But you didn't even get to know the brother, and that's what a lot of you guys do. You find something that you don't like about him instead of finding something that you do like about him. That's that worldly carnality thing that goes on back from our mothers to our teachers, may they be women, or even to daycare, school, and so on and so forth in this worldly aspect. So that's a lot to really speak on, honestly, because you have everything that's coming all the way around, and then it's a fuck storm of just jealousy. You don't know why you don't even know why you hate the brother, but because he can do something probably better than you can, or that he's doing something more than you can, or more than you're trying to even attempt to. That's a more of a good enough excuse for you to be bad at the brother. For what? And that's just various ways. That's just examples, but there's plenty. I bet you. I'm pretty sure there's plenty brothers going through some pretty slack. I'm sure there's plenty of brothers in these camps that's going through some of the pettiest things with some of these guys. And it could be the smallest, dumbest shit ever, and it's just that's that worldly spirit that never came off these guys. But yet they find ways to try to justify things they do as fine or correct, especially if you call them out on that bullshit. So I got this final scripture right here, and it says, this is Matthew 6:5, and it says, "When thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, so that they may be seen of men." And that's what these guys do. They'll break off, they'll go to these other camps, or they'll make up their own camps, and they're just out there just being seen. They trying to be seen of men. They trying to get more men to join their weird doctrine, or to get more views. I mean, it's plenty of examples. It's many ways that these guys are trying to do something to be seen of men. The popularity didn't work in school. It didn't work at their job. It didn't work at home with their siblings, cousins, mothers, fathers, or whoever in the house. It didn't work in the corner store or whatever. So now they want to come out in the street and do the same and try to do the final option they have left. But here's what it says next. It says, "Verily I say unto you, they have their reward." So we don't need, if they're gonna go out there, they want to do their own thing. Fuck them, because they're gonna get their reward. They're gonna see what their reward is when it comes to them. Because what we gotta worry about is ourselves. If they decide to break off and do their own thing, then, like I said, the hell with them. They're going to get their reward. We're going to get ours, and may we be of the elect. Because this whole jealousy thing, whether it be out of vanity, with what another guy or what another brother can do, or what the brother has done, and so on and so forth. Certain guys will not let that shit go. They'll just try to wait for something to add on to the next list. It's like basically a bunch of women that never let go of shit. Cause that's basically what it is. Who runs around here the most jealous? Women. Who fall behind it? Men. These little rugrat men that be having all these emotional problems going on with them, acting like women. This is where that jealousy. This is where the jealousy stems off from. They see that women do it, they fall right behind it. And you always hear you in a relationship with a woman. You do one thing, she'll remember that. You do another thing, she'll remember that too. You do another thing, she'll bring up both those things that you did in the past and equate it to what you're doing now. And that's what these guys pretty much do, even coming into this truth. And that should never be a thing. So that was pretty much my point on that. So with that, Shalom, death to America, to Babylon, death to these phony guys that want to come out here and think they could just make up any doctrine they can and be the biggest hypocrites on the face of the earth. May they die and be perish in their reward. So with that, Shalom.